Hello, my name's Pat Halpin, and I'm going to be speaking about a review of regional scientific data and information compiled for the RIMP process. This work was conducted by the Marine Geospatial Ecology Lab, led by Jesse Cleary, Sarah DeLand, and Elisabetta Menini. So the purpose of this talk is to describe the data report that's been provided, and so we're going to very rapidly just give highlights from that data report to give you a flavor of the kind of data that has been aggregated together to support this RIMP planning process meeting. So first thing in the data report was to develop the scope or extent of the region, and in this map here you can see four white checks on the map. These are the locations of the approximate area that we're looking at for the RIMP planning process, but we've collected data for an area extending beyond that to provide more context. So here we're looking at data going from 1 degree north to 40 degrees north and 132 degrees east to approximately 179 degrees east. The purpose of this data report was to provide understanding of available data, help identify data gaps, and help discover data sets that could be used during the workshop process. We fully acknowledge that there may be data that's missing or not available, and so this is mainly using publicly available data we were able to aggregate prior to this meeting. We've aggregated more than 100 GIS data layers together, and these are data that will be made available during the meeting, and we're happy to use and describe and as needed during this process. So really, the types of data that we've got, to just give you a broad overview, is environmental data, biological data, biogeographic classifications, data on potential human uses, and areas defined for management or conservation. So just to provide some examples, we have bathymetric data from the GEBCO dataset, seafloor geomorphic features that describe seafloor features at a Pacific Basin scale, seamount summit depth data, sediment thickness data, global seascape classifications and seamount classification data sets, climatologies on oxygen climatologies at multiple depths, and models from the HICOM model looking at temperatures at multiple depth zones, and also current velocities at multiple depths. So here we're looking at, on the right-hand side, bottom currents. We have surface drifter data that allows us to look at empirically derived surface currents, mesoscale eddy density climatologies, environmental data on potential net primary productivity, and epipelagic micronectin biomass. And also from OBIS, the Ocean Biogeographic Information System, we have species richness and VME, vulnerable marine ecosystem taxa. We also have habitat suitability and cold water octocoral suitability maps, habitat suitability for framework forming cold water corals, and we have the ISA deep data collection for this region, including seamount biology points, hydrothermal vent points, sample points, and here on this map is also listing contractor areas. In addition to benthic biodiversity, we have some megafauna biodiversity. So here's turtle observations from OBIS-CMAP and cetacean observations from OBIS-CMAP as well. Much of this is from telemetry data for the turtles. We have biogeographic classification system data from the Goods Bathyal provinces and Goods Abyssal provinces maps. We have broader Longhurst provinces for both the surface and mesopelagic provinces. And human uses, so here multi-beam survey track lines, as well as the ISA exploration and contract areas. We have fisheries information, so the map on the left is the boundaries of the multiple different regional fishery management organizations in the region. And on the right are areas of purse seine fishing, Global Fishing Watch. And here is looking at longline fishing effort and then all combined fishing effort for 2016 to give a snapshot of fishing densities in the region. We also have commercial shipping information from AIS data and vessel density data here from fishing effort from trawl data. These are some layers from a global analysis of cumulative human impacts, just to show the different scoring that's been done previously. And also areas that have been identified as ecologically or biologically significant areas from the Convention on Biological Diversity process. So the map on the left is showing the different workshop boundary areas, and the map on the right are showing 2 EPSAs that are within this region at the northern portion. Here are some marine protected areas on the left and monuments, as well as important bird areas defined by BirdLife International. So the purpose of this very, very quick overview was to give you a flavor for what's contained in the larger document that's been circulated to the group. All of this data is made available, and we're going to provide access to it during this workshop to allow us to support questions that might come up during the regional environmental management planning process. Thank you.